Hello, welcome back to playthrough of Exile 2 Crystal Souls. Last time we went to the Veneti lands and we successfully found the, I think it was the Borgial Toadstool, some sort of alchemy reagent. We also, let's see, we cleared out, we retrieved the Mycotome from that fort way to the north, the lava dome. More importantly, though, in that same span of episodes, we also finally went back to that one fortress near the chasm and cleared it out. Specifically, that one room that contained Gattaca, who is the Veneti mage, the leader of that kind of tribe of Veneti that are working with the Empire. So when we took care of those groups, we found proof that they stole one of the soul crystals. I don't remember the name, but basically they said to head to Fort Taladon to the west, is what I wrote down. So before we do that, though, because I think we want to do that, I think we want to, you know, if we can get one of the crystal souls back, like right now, I think that's the play. Right? Like we can. You know, we can go to the Waterfall 1, you know, we can go to the Fort Remote area, you know, we have areas to go to, but I think clearing out the Veneti lands, you know, assuming that's the only crystal soul in that part of the world. I guess we don't technically know that, but I think they would have mentioned more. But before we do that, though, I'm gonna myself do some inventory management. So we have lots of things to identify. Obviously, we are about to max out on money, so we don't even really need to sell it, but we have a lot of stuff. Let's see, this is the... Where are we, actually? This is the castle, yeah. So we have a lot of stuff in the storage rooms here that... Oh no, this is Patrick's tower. I don't even know where we are. We have a lot of stuff in the castle that we also just haven't done anything with. So I'm gonna do some cleaning up, and I'll see you guys back at the Veneti lands, or maybe once we identify stuff, we can discuss it. Okay, so this was actually a lot quicker. You know, I say this every time. I need to just write down places where we can identify stuff and places where we can sell stuff. But we have our mage friend here who is identifying all stuff. So nothing crazy. Slith spears are obviously really good. They're valuable. But at this stage in the game, we pretty much have good weapons. We don't have the best. Magic mace is actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, none of this is really super exciting. We have item wall, we just don't have enough. Amethyst. Diamond is unusual. I haven't seen that yet. Okay, so mainly it's just gems and potions and such, so... there is a Hall of Learning here. So we might see if we can level up as well. Go ahead and buy some food. Let's see, this is 1 gold for 3 food, I think. So that's pretty okay. We just might as well. We have so much gold that let's just go ahead and just get like 5,000 food. We actually got exactly 5,000, which is pretty cool. We cannot sell anything to you. Need to find a merchant, probably in an adjacent town. Because yeah, like all of these, this is actually the inn. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and level up, which he is located this way. I mean, I assume we can level up. We got... Yeah, we got some skill points. Yeah. That being said, we pretty much do the same sort of level ups every time, so I'm not sure if you guys really want to see this at this point, but Yeah, we got actually both of these maxed. We got his weapons maxed. So really, you could go defense or assassination. Probably go assassination. I don't know what actually the better the chance of this happening. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how high we should go. Maybe 10 is a good place to stop. Storm, we could give him more strength, I suppose. Cinnamon, we can get... We're gonna wait and get hold of the next level of pre-spells. And Mia is maxed out. Okay, so not too much actually to do there. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way to the next town. I'll probably just do that off camera, and then I'll see you guys back at the end of Okay, yeah, I don't mean to keep coming back when I say that we're going to be at some place and then we're at a completely different place. I remembered we can actually, I'm pretty sure we can upgrade weapons at this place. Okay, you can buy from this guy. I remember we had one episode where we spent like an obscene amount of money to get like this steel mace +2. So we're gonna de-equip this. So if we actually look at what this is, right? It's 7.5, whereas our magic mace by default is 7.5. So we're gonna equip this other magic mace, and can't sell in anything. But I think improves. We can't improve. I'm not sure I understand. They wanted... Does it have to be steel? That would be so disappointing if that's the case. Huh. Okay, so he only improves steel weapons, which makes sense. So we could spend 22,000 and get a improved steel helmet. So here's the thing. This probably seems crazy, but we're already going to be maxed out on gold pretty soon. So I feel like we should just do this. I mean, we would still have 1,000, like almost 2,000 gold, which, like, what do we need gold for? We buy food, but we can actually cast the spell mana to get food. So I think without that we do this. I think we actually go for a 22,000 gold upgrade, which is crazy. So, I mean, we're gonna save and we're just gonna see what this does. So, I mean, this will, you know, easily the most expensive thing that we've ever done. Oh my gosh. I should have took note of the value. Who is it? Oh, magic boots are really good. So interesting. So okay, well let's focus on one. So this is now worth 14,000. And actually, I don't think this changed. Was it 17.3 before? It might have been 17.3. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get lots of gold back. I'm not concerned, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, we actually already had a steel halberd. Wait, I'm confused. That's a blessed steel. That's different. Okay. Yeah, we'll find another one of those, and later on we'll give Baldo a upgraded halberd as well. But that's a long ways away. We have a lot of money to make up now, of course. We did get some cool items when we went and identified stuff. We got a magic great helm, which is insane. It's 7 defense, 1 encumbrance. So, you know, we don't pick up a lot of items because it's such a pain to just identify and, you know, find places to sell it and stuff. But every once in a while you do pick something up and it's actually good. And we got a magic great helm, and then apparently with Ingraham, we picked up magic boots, which I imagine are just no encumbrance but 3 defense. So Ferdinand has 3 AP, Baldo has 3 AP. So I'm thinking, how much? So Steel Helm is only 1 encumbrance. So how much do Boots of Protection? No encumbrance. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the Steel Helm. We'll give this to just somebody else. And then we don't actually decrease our encumbrance. We just get more defense, which is fine. I mean, we'll give this to Ferdinand. So yeah, his defense is pretty crazy now. We could give the other one the better boots as well, but I think that we will, because that's actually only defense 1. I think we'll spread out the armor though, and we'll give... Yeah, bronze chainmail is not great. We probably need to look at upgrading armor. It's just the encumbrance is so much, and the defense doesn't seem to really decrease in encumbrance. Yeah, I mean, it has to be +2 to the bonus because this would not be a 7/5 weapon naturally, I don't think. But yeah, so steel-toed boots are pretty good, right? 2 defense, 0 encumbrance. 2 defense with a bonus of 2, so that's actually 3 defense. So actually, I don't think this would be an improvement then. Yeah. I say we just give this to maybe... let's actually give him a Storm. I mean, you have Drake skin. That's actually good as well. Yeah, we could give... Drop those. And then we'll do this. You have a steel helm, so... Okay. Okay, so yeah, we spent 22,000 gold. Okay, but yeah, now we're actually gonna make our way to the Veneti lands, and instead of cutting away for like the 50th time, we're just gonna walk there, and hopefully we don't run into combat. I don't think we will. We've been pretty lucky so far. So I'm pretty sure we can just make our way there safely. But yeah, I mean, again, like, there's no point in having a lot of gold if you're not going to use it, right? Because you can't collect entrance on it. It maxes out at 25,000, so definitely should just spend it and reap the benefits while we actually can. You can't take it with you, as they say. Which in this case just means that once we finish the game, obviously, you know, it's not really valuable. It's not looking good. I think we will have to fight these guys. I'm probably gonna cut here just to make this a little bit more coherent. I might have to name this the episode that just makes no sense because we've tried a lot of plans and they haven't really succeeded. So there is a bridge in that part of the Veneti lands, but we literally can't get across it. So I can only assume that we need the orb of Thorniel. You know, I mentioned that before, but again, that was a couple weeks ago for me, so I didn't remember that. But we're gonna go ahead and use the teleportal and actually loot here. Not very good. And we're going to input those coordinates and just see where they go. You now stand directly for the portal. The energy it puts off makes your skin feel like it's cooking, and the autumn wind coming from it makes your hair rise like snakes. So, I want to try to use this thing. Okay, it was... Sparks fly off of the portal as you move towards it. Waves of force fly out, trying to push you back. Eventually, however, you struggle in, and though you find yourself. Burial Tower. Is this friendly? He looks friendly, okay. I guess we'll talk to him. You meet a wreck. The man before you is unkempt in the extreme, distracted, clearly has been without sleep for some time, and as your nose indicates, has not bathed for some time. His wizard's robes are crumpled and stained. He notices you. Well, he turns someone in your direction, and he says, and his eyes focus on the wall behind you. Pion, he says. Then, or Pion. Then he says it again and again. It's as if he forgot he told you. Demon. His eyes continue to fail to focus on you. Demon. Every hour, all time, must focus. Demon will control. Strong. Must battle and battle. Should not talk. Must focus. Sometimes he controls me. Must focus. Must control it. His face suddenly started twitching, spasms racing back and forth across his face. Slowly, he regains control. Interesting. Okay, I don't know. Like, obviously, he's dealing, he's resisting, being, I guess, possessed by a demon, so that takes a lot of concentration, so that's why he's kind of in this state. And there's a lot of stuff here, but all of this is apparently really dangerous. Okay. I assume there's something that we can actually do here. You flip through the tome, and it's clearly on demonology and other grim topics. It's hard to make things out, however, because the book has become defaced. Pages are covered and smeared with all manner of deranged ravings. The pentagram is very delicate looking, simply a thin tracing of some whitish powder with a slender lit candle on each point of the stall. It would only take a moment to disrupt the pentagram. The question is, should you? It seems like a really bad idea. I don't know what else are we supposed to do here other than we probably can't even get out. Actually,
Darn.
Yeah, so I think we have to disrupt the pentagram. Unless he knows anything about it. Oh, look. Yeah, I'm wondering if there was something that was mentioned about this that I'm supposed to ask him. I don't remember, but I guess let's erase the lines. The prone body of the ragged human inside the pentagram slowly rises from the floor, a touchy look of relief on his face. Then his form shifts and flows into a demon, 12 feet high, flames shooting from its fingers. On cue, several hill beasts appear beside it, ready for action. Pion grabs his head and screams, too weakened to defend himself against the beast's mental attack. Then he falls. They attack you next. Oh. Yeah, this is not great. So... Okay, it looks bad. But we actually did a similar fight to this before. I'm just concerned though. Were we supposed to do this, or were we supposed to do something? There's actually probably a secret up here that I didn't look at. Let me. Okay. Okay. I don't know, because we could go through this fight and then check if we messed something up tragically afterwards. But I'm pretty sure there's no other thing to really do. So I think let's try and fight him. Oh yeah, I think we might have. Oh God. Okay. Well, we didn't save over that, so this is good. We can just redo it. Yeah. So we need to ask him about the teleportal and not do that with the demons. Okay. Yeah, we're actually gonna make a new save because that was kind of a close call. Man, this episode is a disaster. Every once in a while, you know, just kind of you don't have a concise plan, and then you know that's just not good. It does not lead to a very productive session, as we basically got nothing done in this length of time. We actually need to get to the teleportal, which is this way. Okay, we go back. He suddenly starts to struggle, trying to gain a few moments of lucidity. He looks at you. Third bookshelf from west, red book. Then his eyes glaze over. He groans and grips his head, then moans. It takes some time for him to regain control. Okay, so all we had to do was just remember that we actually needed to ask him about the teleportal, and then this would have gone a lot more smoothly. We do know what happens when we at least disrupt the pentagram and release the demon. I don't think we can actually save him though, which is unfortunate. Old bookshelf from west, red book. Okay. On the top shelf, you see a slender red book carefully set apart from the other books. You carefully reach for it, trying to avoid the sparks that start coming off the other books. Finally, you retrieve the tome, avoiding the magical trap on the books around it. You open it and start reading. It is a treatise on the teleportation portals, their creation and destruction, and the dangers involved. Most of it is beyond even adventurers as talented and knowledgeable as yourselves. One ritual, however, near the back, catches your interest. It is a brief, intricate incantation for closing a portal that has been disrupted and about to catastrophically explode. An almost impossible task. The ritual isn't discussed in great detail because it requires possession of a specially prepared scepter made of onyx. Such scepters are very rare and difficult to make. However, you carefully copy down this ritual just in case it comes in handy. Interesting. So we need an onyx scepter. I wonder if we can ask him about this. No. Yeah, I wish we could help him, but... Yeah, I wish we could, but yeah, so we need the Onyx Scepter to, you know, I guess stop the teleportal without blowing ourselves up is kind of the idea. So that's obviously important to have. It's fine, I didn't mean to do that, but... Okay, now let's head back and ask the same person. Yup. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work the first time, but you discuss what you learned. She nods. You need to find the unacceptable. I can't help you with that. Okay. For now, we also need to find where the teleport is. Fortunately, I can help. I know that the Empire has a certain tower north of Fort Dranlan. Nest of mages in a tower built north of Fort Dranlan. It was a spy we put there. We found out the Empire was building the portal. Then alas, the spy died badly. Still, there should be information there. Just waiting for you to find it. Okay, so yeah, let me just apologize for this episode. This is all over the place, and it makes really no sense. But as I was trying to figure out the next step, you know, you kind of read, and basically there's 3 crystal souls, right? We've found proof for the second crystal soul, and I'm gonna flash an image up of what the council told us about the proof that we got from Gattaca. That's talking about going to Fort Haladon, right? For that, it seems like we need the Orbathonion to get across the broken bridge in the westward Veneti lands. Okay, so that's it. 1 crystal soul. That is completely separate from the Empire Teleportal mission, right? Now, maybe this was obvious, but I was getting myself completely mixed up. The Empire Teleportal mission, Pione gave us the ritual. He says that we need an Onyx Scepter. The mage, whatever her name was, Moldova, I think, said, okay, don't know where the scepter is, but I do know how to find where the teleport portal is. Okay. On the bottom of Erdogan's tower, we had instructions saying go to Fort Legov to the northwest part of the map. And there is indeed a section up there that we have not explored. Okay, so that's great. So we now have essentially 3 missions in the game. We torn the crystal souls, 3 of them. We need to destroy the teleportal, and we need to take down Garzal. So my problem is I'm getting things completely mixed up, and I'm getting really confused, and that's, you know, my fault, right? I only do this really on the weekends, and sometimes I take week breaks, and I kind of forget some of the details. But so you might think, okay, well that's great. Why are we back at Fort Darthal? Well, I think we missed proof of the first crystal soul, because I mentioned we got proof for one of the crystal souls, but I think we didn't destroy this burial because we didn't have the spell. We didn't have piercing crystals, like we couldn't really do this, and you know, we never went back here. So I painstakingly, you know, fought all the enemies, or at least in all of the ones that respawn, which is quite a few. We had to fight the Naga again, so we made our way back here, and basically I'm hoping this is the special. And you know, when you read, you do get an inclination that there was a secret here, right? So I'm not faking this, right? This is it said something, so I did check this wall just now, and it did turn out to be a secret. So this is probably good. This is probably just treasure then, if I had to guess. Okay, so I did save, which is good. So that takes you to the Basilisk Pit, which is actually pretty cool. Oh, this is actually a new area. I mean, obviously we're not gonna. Oh, there's actually lots of these guys. We're not saving, right? Because we just fell down. We'd have to walk through the whole thing again, but no other secrets here. I'm curious where this leads, though. So that just leads out. Okay. Very cool, actually. So obviously, if you would have stepped on that, you would have then came back and tried to find the secret, so I guess it's not that hard. And then this actually leads to a secret room here. And I believe Cabinet is full of records and agreements, both Veneti and human. They record a series of agreements and trades between the Empire forces in exile and a rogue band of Veneti led by someone named Gattaca. They have exchanged weaponry skills and magical spells. Most of the trades orchestrated by the Massilis were insulated, and so as if the Empire didn't have enough advantages over you. Okay, this is upsetting to me because we already knew this. So, flipping quickly through the papers, we find one of them to be very valuable indeed. It's a standard Empire form used to record an item or piece of info received from an outside source. This sheaf of papers describes receiving a soul-containing crystal from one Gattaca on a date about 6 months previous. It describes the place of analysis for the crystal as Pyog's Cave. We've always known the Empire had a compulsive need to keep huge quantities of forms and records. This tendency has just provided you with proof that the Empire stole one of the crystal souls. You roll up the scrolls and store them safely in your pack. Okay. This was what was really confusing to me because... and I'm already getting mixed up, but basically, you're right. I kept reading about, okay, we need to go to Pyog's Cave, and it's like, I was so confused on, what would have pointed us towards going to Pyog's Cave? And this is the answer. This right here. So, again, I apologize. I missed this, and it caused us a pretty big headache of just confusion, but this is one of the crystal souls. The other crystal soul that we know about is in the Veneti lands. We need the Orbathron here, I'm pretty sure. This Pyog's Cave, turns out it's near Legov's fort, so we can actually kind of do 2 boards with 1 stone, potentially. But yeah, so that's going to be, we have information on 2 crystal souls. We have information on the Empire teleport portal, and that's kind of where we're at. It's been a Saturday afternoon of literally getting nothing done with this game, but we now basically are kind of on the right track, because again, I was so confused, but we're now going to save. We're going to see where all this goes. And oh, that's cool. You can actually go out both ways. I am gonna fight our way out of here, and we are going to go back to the Veneti lands, I think, and discuss this with the council. Right? We found proof, and the council, whenever they said you find proof or evidence, you come back and talk to them. And then after that, we are going to go probably to Pyog's lair, and also potentially Fort Legov, although in a way I might want to get all 3 crystal souls and complete that quote-unquote ending of the game rather than do 2 crystal souls or do 1 crystal soul and then do the teleporter and then do the other. I don't, we'll see. But yeah, so I mean, this was very confusing to me, but I think we are now kind of on the right track here. So I'll see you guys back at the Veneti lands. Okay, so we made it back to the Tower of Magi. We're about to use the teleportal. And I was thinking about this, and I think part of the confusion is like, you assume that places you clear out, you don't need to return to. Like everything there, you've already, done, right? But auto games like this, they respected the intelligence of the player, right? Because it's easy to look at this and be like, oh, well, game needs a quest log, game needs, X, Y, Z, but it comes with the like the feature, to save dialogue. Now you can't save messages. I think you should be able to save messages that pop up on the screen. I don't think you can do that. But then again, it's like, it respects the intelligence of the player because you can literally just write it down, right? And I know, I just think that's that's important, important. So okay, here we go. You show the map you got from the Empire Fort to the Council. It finally gets their attention. Pyog's slain, Galantis says. Nobody will mourn. Now that we know Jeknar Bach is there. We can plan on getting her out. The orders maps brought. The ones that arrive are ancient, bits flaking off at the gentlest touch. He pores over them carefully. Place will be heavily guarded, but look here. Indicates a narrow tunnel heading from water to the back of Pyrog's cave. If you took a boat around back of Pyrog's cave to the north, you could find the secret passage and into the fortress from the rear. The passage will be well hidden, and the old lizard's traps may still be there. Still, it seems the easiest way to slip in and get the crystal. You take note of all this. Only someone could be found to rescue Jekalong. All three lucky. Hopefully, the rewards would be great. So, okay, part of my problem is, and part of my my confusion is yes, it respects the intelligence of the player, but I feel like we've done things very out of order. Because did you show the map you got from the Empire Fort? I guess we grabbed a map. And I guess if they're using Pyrog's fort, then that would imply Pyrog is slain. I didn't know we could infer that, though. This is confusing me, but now we kind of know what to do. So apparently this is Jeknar Bach. And yeah, so we need to rescue him. And a narrow tunnel from the back of the cave. Take a boat around the back of the cave. Okay. Okay, wow. So that's what we need to do. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this video because everything is just out of order and just completely convoluted. But essentially, that's the next play, is we're going to get this soul crystal, I think. I think then we might try to get the Orb of Thorniel and get the other soul crystal to the west. But I'm not sure. We might just go straight for the teleporter. But yeah, I think this is good. We have, I think, indication of what we're doing now. But man, was this quite the trip. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time, and try to do better with the planning. So as always, thank you.